I'm imagining that you guys are looking back at the camera smiling. I miss you all. So I like to come on early in case any of you have anything you want to ask or comment on. So you're always welcome to message that in the live chat. So again, a review for everybody, a comfortable spot. Find a comfortable spot to practice in, a place where you feel safe standing up. We will be doing some standing poses. If you don't have a yoga mat, that's okay. Just keep in mind that we will be standing up. And if you are wearing socks for some of those standing poses, you might find it safer to take off the socks. And this is all to your discretion. Make sure you do what you feel is most safe for you. And you can always skip what doesn't feel good for you today. And if you don't have yoga blankets, grab a few bath towels. I have 4 here. You can grab a folded face towel in place of an eye pillow. Spray your favorite room spray throughout your space, or use your essential oils. You can put on your favorite music in the background, and I will be playing the ocean drum at the end. And putting away any distractions that you can, turning off any distracting noises, sounds, cell phone ringers that you can turn off. I know we can't get rid of all of our distractions, and those ones will just help us to focus a little bit more on our breathing and our internal world. So we'll be starting here in just under a minute. And we will start seated. So you can grab, if you have a pillow, you can sit on a pillow. Otherwise, you'll be seeing me using these towels in place of yoga blankets. You can grab a towel or 2, place that underneath you to elevate your seat. This can help to support your posture. And you don't have to sit cross-legged. You can. If you want to sit cross-legged and have a little extra support, you can put your support underneath the outer edges of the legs. Make sure that the knees are not going higher than the hips. If you find that your body is like this today, that just means that we want to elevate the hips up higher. So you might need to sit up on a few more stacked towels. Okay, so coming into a comfortable seat. Closing the eyes or soft gaze. Take a deep breath in. Side out. And again, deep breath in. Side out. And we take these first few moments of our practice today to settle. Settle into the space that you're in, aware of the room that you're in. If there are any distractions, do your best to allow those distractions to fall to the background. Settle into your body. Feel the earth, the props holding you, supporting you. Root down through the sitting bones. Elongate the spine and the top of the head reaching up towards the sky. Settle so much into your body right now that you can feel the air on the skin. And take a moment to acknowledge yourself, that you're here, that you showed up for your practice. And take a moment to energetically acknowledge your fellow yogis, your community, your family, your friends, humanity. Feel that Even at a distance, we are all connected. You're supported and held. Settle into your breath. Let the inhale build from the base up and release the breath from the top point down. Feel yourself breathing. Relax the muscles around the eyes, the jaw, and behind the ears. Feel yourself slowing down. Deepen the breath. Connecting to the inner calm. Even if it's just for moments at a time, it's there. And bring your hands together at heart center, Anjali Mudra. We'll do 3 rounds of Om. You can join, you can hum, or you can just listen. Let's first inhale together. Let it go. And inhale. Slowly releasing the hands. If you're sitting cross-legged, you can change the cross of your feet. We'll be here for about 3 more minutes. Working with an acupressure point, similar to acupuncture, except that we're using a gentle pressure of our own finger to a specific point on the body. This can help with energy movement and with different things depending on the point. So we're using the center of the palm of either hand. So whichever palm you choose, take the thumb from the opposite hand and press into the center of the palm. Gentle but firm pressure. And I like to hold my hands like this. So I'm still pressing at the palm, center of the palm with the thumb, and I like to just hold my hands near the lower abdomen. So this point is really helpful for emotional balance. You can do it at any time. So we're going to hold that point and do a variation of Samavriti. Some of you might know this in English as square breath or box breath. We'll be inhaling for the count of 4, gently suspending the breath for the count of 4, exhaling for the count of 4, and suspending on empty for the count of 4. I will count for you. If at any point this doesn't feel good for you or anything that we do in class doesn't feel good to you, please don't do it. Make sure that you're doing what feels safe for you. So the square breath is really calming, can be balancing on the system. It can help to dissolve feelings of anxiety and stress. So sitting tall, holding the acupressure point on either palm, pressing with the thumb of the opposite hand. Close the eyes or soften the gaze. Deep breath in, side out, and match your breath to my counting. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. Release the counting, release the hands, and just take a moment here. And when you feel ready, transition to child's pose. So if you're not familiar with child's pose, you're coming onto your hands and knees, and then from there the big toes touch, the knees go wide. Notice I'm using a towel to support my knees, so for those of you that need that, you always can use it. The big toes touch, knees go wide, you sit back to the heels. If you need extra support, or actually if you need extra space in the knee joint, you can bring a towel between your hips and heels and then fold forward, forehead to the floor. Your hands, if you have a yoga block, you can use that as well. And stay there in child's pose. The child's pose is really soothing and calming on the brain. It can help to relieve discomforts in the back and the spine. It's a great way to slow down. So we'll be here for about 5 more breaths, staying in child's pose. Deep breathing, sigh if you need to. Relax at the heart space. Let yourself slow down, deep in the breath. And you can stay here for as long as you wish. For those of you that feel ready to move along, slowly press yourself up to table, coming onto your hands and knees, wrists underneath the shoulders, fingers wide, and the knees go underneath the hips. Thigh bones create kind of a number 11, tops of the feet to the floor. Now when you inhale, lift the tailbone up towards the sky, belly drops, heart gaze forward. As you exhale, tuck the tailbone, round the spine, chin to chest. Inhale, tailbone scoops up, belly drops, heart gaze forward, cow. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, round the spine, chin to chest, cat. Few more of these. This is flexion extension of the spine. And moving with the breath. Loosening up any tightness along the spine. One more. Then come back to neutral spine, tabletop back. Tuck the toes under. Inhale again into cow. As you exhale, round the spine and press your hips to heels. Keep the legs parallel. We want to feel a stretch in the feet. Inhale, glide forward, cow. Exhale, round through cat, hips to heels. 2 more. Last one. Next time you come up, untuck the toes, bring the legs in towards midline, at least closer than hips. If the legs don't touch, it's fine. If they do touch, that's fine. Widen the hips, draw the low belly in toward the spine to support the low back. Relax the heart down, neck is holding the head. Inhale here. Exhale, hips to the left. Inhale, center. And exhale to the right. So we're not trying to touch the hips to the ground. We actually need to keep our hands and knees connected to the floor. Do this a few more times, side to side. Gaze is about 1 foot in front of the hands on center. Moving with the breath, the inhale through center, exhale to the side. When that feels even to both sides, you'll return to center. Keep the big toes touching, widen the knees, sit back to the heels, child's pose. This time, have the fingertips on the floor, palms are lifted off the ground, elbows lifted, and forehead to the floor or your block if you have one. Stay here. Expand the breath into the back body. Two more breaths here. Palms touch down. Inhale, come up to table. Let the breath go. Setting up for lunge. You'll tuck the toes under. Remember, do only what feels safe for you. Step the right leg through between the hands. Now what we're looking for here is for the hands to be in line with the front ankle, the front foot, front toes point forward, front knee is front knee is over the ankle, back toes tuck under. Some of you might choose to stop here, that's fine. If you want to go further, float the back knee off the floor, press out through the back heel lunge. Take a moment here to settle into this shape. And once you feel that you have it, hold the shape in stillness, take a breath. And now we make this dynamic. Inhale, heart gaze reaches forward. As you exhale, straighten the front leg and maybe fold. Inhale, front knee bends, heart gaze reaches forward. Exhale, straighten the front leg and maybe fold. Do this a few more times. If you have any other movements in your practice that you'd like to add in here, you can always add it in. One more. Now the next time the front knee bends, keep it bent, building warrior one. Look at your back foot, glide it forward until the back heel touches down to the floor. Back toes are at an angle, hips are squared forward, front heel to back heel alignment. However, if you need more support and stability, bump your left leg out to the side, to the left about an inch or two. Walk your hands up to the top of the front thigh, pause here. Keep pressing down through the back heel, outer edge of the back foot as you bring yourself upright. Hands can go to the hips. If this is enough for you, stay here, keep breathing. If you'd like, you can bring your hands together at heart center. You can bring your arms up to the sky or take cactus arms, elbows in line with the shoulders, forearms in line with the ears, and palms open forward. Whichever one you're at, we make this dynamic with the leg. Inhale, straighten the front leg without locking the knee. Exhale, rebend the front leg. Do this a few more times. Being really mindful here that the center of the knee is tracking through the center of the ankle. So that line between the center of the knee goes to the second toe or between the second and third toe. Not letting the knee pass the ankle. About one more. Next time the front knee bends, keep it there. And then inhale the arms up if you're not already there. Exhale, palms touch. Bring the hands down through midline, and we all meet with the hands at the hips. Look out in front of you, find a stationary point. Inhale, step forward. Exhale, release the left foot down to the floor. Check that your feet are in line. I'm going to spin so you guys can see me here. So imagine the big toe mound of your right foot. I'm mirroring you now. Pivot is your pivot point. So pivot on that point, have the heel intersect the opposite arch, and that's your inner hip width apart for your legs. and then have your foot come back out. So you'll see me do this on the other leg. Okay, so feet are about hip width apart. Stand tall, relax the arms, palms forward. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. Inhale, shoulders up to the ears. Exhale, back and down. Do that 2 to 3 more times on your own. And then inhale, arms up, palms touch. I'm still mirroring you. Exhale to the right, side stretch. Inhale, come up. Exhale to the other side. Inhale, come up. Exhale here. Interlace the fingers, palms up. Keep the shoulder blades down the back. Inhale. Exhale to the right. Inhale up. And other side. Inhale, come up. Exhale, cactus arms, gentle back bend, lift the heart up. Inhale, float the arms up. And exhale, downhill skier. Bend into the knees. Knees are tracking through center. The line goes to the second toe or between the second and third toe. Arms by your sides, palms facing down, reaching out through the fingertips. This can help with postural alignment. Spine is at about 45 degrees. Keep breathing. When you're ready, inhale, rise up. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, downhill skier. Keep breathing. So I'm going to spin again so you guys can watch the next transition. Stay in your downhill skier. And now bring the hands to the thighs. Bend deeper into the knees until the hands can come to the floor in line with the feet. Step your right leg back. Lunge. Building crescent warrior. Bring your hands up to the top of the front thigh. Remember, do only what feels safe for you. Keep pressing out through the back heel. Back leg is straight. Maybe coming upright. Shaking here is normal. Keep breathing. Smile at yourself if you need to. Maybe arms go up towards the sky, cactus, or hands at heart center. Your choice. Keep breathing. Another breath. Inhale, arms up if you're not already there. Exhale, hands come down through midline, palms to the front thigh. Slowly release the hands to the floor. Back knee touches down and return to table. Few rounds here of cat-cows. You can do your hip release. You can take child's pose. Check in with what you need. About 3 more breaths for your transition. We meet in table. Take a deep breath in. Side out. And other side. You can tuck the toes under. Step the left leg through between the hands. Remember, we want our hands in line with the front foot. Back toes are tucked under. You might choose to stay here, or you lift the back knee off the floor, press out through the back heel. Take a moment to set your lunge. And once you have it, hold the body in stillness and breathe. Let's make it dynamic. If you did that on the other side, do your best to do it here. Inhale, heart gaze forward. Exhale, straighten the front leg, maybe fold. A few more. One more. When that feels complete, front knee bends. Look at your back foot to build warrior one. Glide the back foot forward until the heel touches down to the floor. Heel to heel alignment, or your right leg can bump out to the right a few inches. Really press down through the back heel, the outer edge of the back foot. When you feel ready, as you inhale, bring your hands up to the top of the front thigh. Maybe coming upright. Steady yourself, steady your gaze. Arms can go up towards the sky, cactus, heart center, your choice, or at the hips. When you feel steady, if you want to bring in the dynamic movement here, inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, rebend. Try not to lock the knee. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Keep the back leg strong and steady. Keep pressing down through the back heel. Don't know about you guys, but it's moving some energy. I'm sweating. One more. Nicely done. When you return to your bent knee, keep it there. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, palms come down through midline. We meet with the hands at the hips. Find a stationary point out in front of you. Inhale, step forward. Exhale, release the foot to the ground. Check your feet. I'm going to spin again so you guys can see me demonstrating. Check your feet again, inner hip width apart. We pivot a foot on the big toe mound. Heel intersects the opposite arch, and then pivot back out. Center of the knees tracking through the center of the ankles, which is about the second toe or between the second and third toe. Hands at the hips. Stand tall. Deep breath in. Let it go. Arms by your sides. This time palms can face in. 3 shoulder shrugs. Inhale, squeeze the shoulders up. Let them drop. 2 more. Let stuff go. Inhale, arms up. Exhale to the right. I'm mirroring you. Inhale up. Exhale, other side. Inhale up, stay here, exhale. Interlace the fingers, palms press up, shoulder blades stay down. Inhale. Exhale, right, side stretch. Inhale up. And other side. Inhale up. Exhale, palms together. Keep them overhead. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, gentle back bend, cactus arms. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bend the knees. Utkatasana, fierce pose. Keep the knees centered to their ankles. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, cactus arms, lift the heart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, Utkatasana. Now you can stay here. If you want to make this a little bit more strength building, a little more intense, you can bring the arms parallel to the floor, keep the shoulder blades squeezing together, lift the heels. It's okay if you're shaking. I'm shaking right along with you. Moving energy, clearing the path so that we're more connected to the calm inside. Removing stagnant energy, supporting circulation. Keep breathing, another breath. Release the heels. Inhale up. Exhale, heart opener, cactus arms. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, downhill skier. Stay here. I'm going to turn again so you guys can see the transition. Keep your downhill skier. Another breath, sigh if you need to. Hands to the thighs. Bend the knees deeply until the hands touch down to the outer edges of the feet on the floor. Step your left leg back to lunge. You can stay here or build crescent warrior. Bring your hands up to the top of the front thigh, really pressing out through the back heel, pressing down through the front heel, inhaling yourself up. Check in with your breath. Your choice on the arms, up at heart center or cactus, or at the hips. Another breath. Inhale, arms float up, palms touch. Exhale down through midline to the front thigh. Slowly hands release to the floor, lunge. back knee touches down. Bring yourself into table. Beautiful work, guys. Take a deep breath in. Let stuff go. Your choice on transition. You can do your hip release side to side. You can take child's pose. What do you need? Check in with your body. Check in with your energy system. Hip circles is another nice one. And for this, you'll want the knees closer than hip width. Reversing if you're doing circles. And come back to center. Take another deep breath in. Table, let the breath go. And from here, we're going down onto the belly. Now, if you need additional support for your knees, you will actually place a rolled blanket at the back end of your mat and drape the feet over that towel or that blanket. Bring yourself down onto the belly. Now watch my feet here for a second. We're creating space in the low back. So lower your forehead down to your stacked hands or forearms and then lift your head just enough so you can see me if this is new for you. You'll lift the right leg off the floor, press out through the big toe as if I'm pulling on the leg. Relax the leg down, do the same on the other side. Lift, not higher than the hip, just an inch or two off the ground. Lengthen as if I'm pulling on the leg, lower. Let's do that once more on each side. Lift the right, lengthen, feel that opening in the low back. Release, other leg, lift. Lengthen, lower. Relax the forehead down if it's not already there. You can be on your stacked hands or your forearms. Deep breathing. Feel as you breathe the low back lifting and lowering. Now this is already a gentle back bend. So if it's enough for your back, stay here. Otherwise, we build baby cobra. Forehead to the floor on center. Hands to the floor in line with the chest. Elbows hug in and point back. Press down through the tops of the feet, out simultaneously through the tips of the toes. Keep that engagement in the legs. Inhale, lift the heart, the gaze forward and up. Hands are pressing into the floor and they have the action of pulling you forward. So you're pulling back on the mat here with the hands and then look side to side, getting into the neck. Imagine that we're smiling at each other as we oftentimes do in my public classes. Gaze to center, slowly release down. You can rest on one of your ears, arms by your sides, palms up. Or you can again stack your hands, forehead on center. Deep breaths. Relax the whole body. Once more. Forehead to center. Hands to the floor in line with the chest for baby cobra. Elbows hug in, they point back. Tops of the feet press down, simultaneously out through the tips of the toes. Inhale, lift the gaze, the heart reaching forward. Now you can stay here if you want more, keeping that engagement in the legs, but float the legs off the floor and still keeping the engagement in the shoulders. Float the hands off the floor. Elbows still squeezing in, pointing back. Keep breathing. Another breath. With your exhale, releasing the legs, the hands. You can switch the ear that you're resting on or forehead to center. Breathe. Every full breath helps to move energy through the body, can help to move stuck emotion, can help to release tightness. Remain deeply connected to your breath. And that connection to breath helps you to remain more centered, more in tune with the calm inside. It's there even when it's difficult to find. That calm is there. Another breath. Forehead returns to center, hands to the floor, relatively under shoulders, elbows point back. Inhale up, and then take it back into child's pose. Big toes touch, knees wide. This time stack your hands, creating fists. Elbows can be about shoulder width apart, and lower your forehead down onto the fists. If that's too much for you, that's fine. You can always lower your forehead to the floor and hands to the ground. This just creates a little bit of pressure on the third eye. It's another acupressure point. Keep breathing. Sigh if you need to. About 4 more breaths here. If you want to switch the arms, forehead to the floor, palms touch, elbows stay down, and hands can rest at the base of the skull at the neck. Deep breath in. Hold. Let it go. Hands pressed to the floor. Bring yourself up and then come onto your seat. I recommend sitting elevated on a blanket or your towel, and have 2 more nearby. And opening the legs out wide. Okay, so once you open the legs out wide, especially if you're sitting up higher, you want to have support underneath the knees. And then you're moving with your hands, your glutes out from under you. Those are the muscles of your buttocks, supporting your posture, rooting down through the sitting bones, sitting tall, top of the head over the pelvic floor, which is relatively between the sitting bones here. Back of the heels to the floor. Hands can go behind you or in line with the hips, depending on where you're at with your body today. And pause for a moment, check in, readjust if you need to. And then keeping the back of the heels connected to the floor, point and flex the feet. Now see, as you continue this, if you can begin to round off the breath at the top and the bottom. So you imagine your breath moving in a circle. All right, so you're inhaling, the breath goes up, smooth exhale. Inhales, exhales connected. The natural pause that happens is really slight. We don't force it. We just round it off at the top of the pause and the bottom. Toes point up. Keep breathing like that. You can stay here or gently tilt the pelvis forward, hands go in front of you, and we come into a fold. Really important here that you're not rounding from the ribs. I know that this brings the floor closer, but this really strains the spine. You want to hinge from the hip crease, lead forward with the base of the breastbone, shoulder blades stay hugging towards the spine. It's okay if the floor is further away, you're supporting your body here. And you're working with yourself where you're at. If you tend to lead with the chin, bring the chin back. Finding a safe edge to pause in with the body, staying in stillness. We'll be here for about 2 minutes. This position can help to potentially relieve discomforts from sciatica. Helps to gently stretch muscles in the legs, the low back. Wherever you're at, breathe. Relax the jaw and keep the breath really smooth, breathing in that circle. Feeling the breath rounding off at the top and the bottom of each cycle. Our forward folds are also soothing on the nervous system. As we allow ourselves to fold forward here, we're telling our nervous system that it's okay to relax. Releasing the fight-flight response, moving more into rest and relaxation. Got about another minute here. See if you can breathe into this pose. If there's discomfort in terms of pain, always readjust so that you are not adding pain to the body. If you're someone who lives in chronic pain, what you're looking for is when you come out of the pose that you don't want your pain to be worse. If you're stretching, stay with it. A few more breaths. Wherever you're at, deep breath in. Let it go. Use the hands to walk yourself upright. Release the breath. Hands go behind the knees. Bend the knees, feet to the floor. Feet land wider than the hips. Hands go behind you. Gentle back bend, lift the heart. Now one-legged windshield wipers. Inhale here. As you exhale, drop the right knee in towards the left ankle. I'm mirroring you. Inhale, come up and switch. We do that about 2 more times to each side. It's not about trying to reach the leg to the floor, especially if you're sitting up higher. We're not trying to touch the leg to the floor. If it touches, that's fine. If it doesn't, that's fine. We're working with our bodies where we're at. That's the most important, that you're able to still breathe comfortably. When that feels even to both sides, the legs return with the knees pointing upwards. Bring the feet in towards midline and then come into Baddha Konasana, bound angle. I still recommend sitting up on your elevated support. You don't have to. Soles of the feet touch. Bring the heels to come in as close as possible to the body without strain. You can grab support again, placing that underneath the outer edges of the legs. And then start with your hands at the base of the knees, sit tall. You can maybe glide the hands to the shins or to the ankles, as long as you are not rounding at the ribs. Keep the heart elevated. Keep the top of the head right now over the pelvic floor. You can drop your gaze to the tip of the nose, close the eyes, or look up between the eyebrows to the third eye. And reestablish your full deep breath. Feeling that connection to yourself through the breath. Remembering our connection to each other through the breath. Feeling the knees heavy, gravity, allowing the legs to be heavy, but the soles of the feet stay glued together. Now you can stay here or hinge at the hips, same as we hinged earlier, keeping the spine elongated. Hands can go to the floor. You can have the fingertips to the ground, palms elevated as if there is a tennis ball underneath the hands. Shoulder blades hug together, lead forward again with the base of the breastbone. Soles of the feet still pressing together, knees pressing away. Go to your safe edge, breathe. Deep breaths. Every breath helping you to release tension, to release gripping. Every inhale creating a little more freedom in the body. Clearing the pathways to that calm space inside. Another breath. Walk the hands in. Come upright, draw the legs together, feet plant to the floor. You can separate the feet a little bit. I'm going to spin here again so you guys can watch the transition. So you just, from the feet to the floor, extend the legs straight out in front of you. If you're sitting up higher, you will want to still have support underneath both knees here. Readjust your hips. One of the ways to do that here is walking one hip back and then the other. Feet, soles of the feet against an imaginary wall, hands in line with the hips, palms down, fingertips forward, or you can have the hands behind you, tenting the hands. It's a little tense with the hands. And then point and flex the feet again. And a little added brain work here, point one and flex the other. Keep the back of the heels connected to the ground. Check in with the quality of your breath. And then toes point upwards. You can stay here or you can hinge at the hips, a slight tilt of the pelvis forward and take a gentle fold forward. Remember to keep the spine elongated. Shoulder blades hugging towards the back. It's not until you get further down that the back actually naturally starts to round in the shape. We do not want to start rounding here. Keep the spine elongated. Bend the knees if you need to. Support yourself as needed. Few more moments here. Relax the muscles of the face. Smile if you need to. It's okay to smile at yourself, even if you're by yourself in the room right now. And walk the hands in, come upright, release the breath. You can move the knee support off to the side. Make sure that your props are within reach. Come off the support that you were sitting on, and then scoot forward on your mat if you have it. Make sure there's enough space behind you to lay down, and we'll go down in two ways. You can either have your hands to the floor and just bring yourself all the way down. If you want a little bit more core work here, sitting bones are on the ground, toes are pointing forward. I like the legs parallel, and then arms come up parallel to each other. Draw the shoulder blades together. Take an inhale. As you exhale, tuck the tailbone, navel draws in, and one vertebra at a time, slowly bring yourself all the way down. Sometimes there's days where that's easier, sometimes harder. It's okay. And then hug the knees into the chest. If you find that you need neck support, you can take one of your blankets, your towels, maybe roll it just underneath the neck. Make sure to not lift the head up too high. Try to keep the ears fairly in line with the center of the shoulders. Knees are still hugging in. You can hold around the shins or behind the thighs, depending on how that feels for your knee joint. And then rock side to side. Come back to center. And then draw knee circles. And have the knees mirror each other. A little more brain work here. If it's new for you, give your body and your brain time to get used to this. Reverse direction. Squeeze the knees again into the chest. If it's available to you with your neck, float the forehead up to meet the knees. Take a breath. Slowly release the forehead down. Release the feet to the floor. Slide the legs long. Reach the arms up overhead. Full body stretch, sigh or yawn. Arms release by your sides, bend the knees, check in that the hips feel leveled here, and hug the right knee into the chest. Moving into number 4, per request from one of the yogis watching today, and you guys can always send in requests. Open up the right leg into number 4. So I'm on the same side as you right now, letting the right ankle rest on the opposite thigh just below the left knee. Hips are still pretty leveled here, letting the right knee fall away. Right ankle is strong. You can stay here, or you can interlace your hands behind the left thigh, pressing the left knee in, the right knee presses away. So we'll be here for about 5 breaths. Remember to meet yourself where you're at. Have compassion for yourself. So that's part of finding and operating from the calm inside, is remembering to be compassionate with ourselves. It helps us to also be compassionate with each other. Another breath. Slowly release the left foot to the floor. Squeeze the right knee in to release the shape and switch sides. Draw the left knee in, squeeze it in. And then number 4 on this side. So one side might feel different than the other. If it's available, and if you did it on the other side, interlace your hands behind the right thigh. Shoulder blades stay tucked under the back. And check in with the quality of your breath. So our practice gives us the opportunity through movement, through challenges, through the stillness, to find the calm. So as we do that in our practice, it helps us, in finding it outside of our practice. It helps us off of our mat. And slowly release the right foot to the floor. Left knee squeezes in to release the shape. Foot touches down and full body stretch. Now take any other stretches or movements that you need. If you need a twist, you can press the feet into the floor, float the hips up to the right about an inch, lower your hips down, knees to the left. This just helps to keep the spine in line. Gaze can go opposite of the knees. You can do windshield wipers. If you're doing a twist, make sure to do the other side as well. Hips lift up, to the left, down, knees to the right. Maybe knee circles. And on your own time, you can take a rolled towel, your blanket, a pillow, place that underneath the knees. Let the heels land about 6 inches to 12 inches apart. Relax the muscles of the legs. And when you do this, you'll notice the feet flop open, arms by your sides, palms up. If you have the space, you can do letter T or cactus with the back of the hands to the floor, palms up. Maybe putting another pillow or towel or blanket across the hips for added weight and the feeling of grounding and being rooted. You can grab your eye pillow or your eye towel, place that across the eyes. And make sure you're really comfortable. If you don't want to lie on your back, you can always lay down on one of your comfortable sides, so your left or right side in the fetal position. If you do take that, just make sure to support your head. It looks something like this. You can put a blanket or pillow between the knees. We'll take another moment to settle in. I'll be playing the ocean drum. Settle in. Okay. Once you're lying down comfortably, deep breath in, side out. Another deep breath in, let it go. Release physical effort. Release any effort with the breath. And allow yourself to just be. Remain still. Let your awareness return to the breath. Deepen the breath and see if you can feel your whole body breathing. Keeping the eyes closed, enjoy a slow awakening of wiggling toes and fingers. Take your time. Point and flex the feet and open and close the hands as if you're squeezing sponges. Maybe rock the head side to side. Enjoy a full body stretch with a sigh or yawn. And either take windshield wipers, feet to the floor, wider than hips, and sway the knees side to side, or hug the knees into the chest, rock the body side to side, waking up the hips and the spine. When you feel ready, roll over to your comfortable side in the fetal position. Pause there. Take care to support your head. Keep the eyes closed if you can. And just observe how you feel. Without judgment, without expectation, without control, just feel. Still keeping the eyes closed. When you feel ready, using the strength of your arms, press yourself up through your side into a comfortable seat. And bring the hands together at the heart, Anjali Mudra. Feel the breath build from the base up, from the top point down. And with gratitude, we'll close with the single sound of Om. Receive your breath. Om. Bowing head to heart in honor of each other, ourselves, and this practice. It's an absolute pleasure to guide all of you today, and thank you as well for practicing with me. I plan to be here on live stream on this channel every Thursday, 5:30 p.m. Arizona time. So much love to you all. Take it easy if you can the rest of the evening. Take it slow, deep breathe. If you have any questions, comments, or feedbacks, I'm going to be near the live chat here for about another 2 minutes. So take your time. It's an honor. Namaste.